On this episode of the Infowars News Blitz, Hillary's IT person asks Reddit how to strip emails. St. Paul officials demand tolerance after terrorist attack, and CNN puts words in Trump's mouth. That and a lot more, so stay tuned. For the week of September the 26th, 2016, which is actually the final week in this month. This is the first article today here, and it's an article written by Kit Daniels. The title is called Report. Hillary's IT asks Reddit how to strip emails. Underneath it is a technician asks how to strip very VIP emails. Hillary's Clinton technician reported asking users on Reddit and other tech forums how to strip very VIP email addresses from a private server, and his full name was linked to his username on Betrayal at Condor's fan site. The technician Paul Combetta of Plate Rivers Networks has invoked his Fifth Amendment rights at a September 13th hearing on Clinton's missing State Department emails. Of course, they're revoking the Fifth Amendment, man. Hello, I am being facing a very interesting situation where I need to strip out very VIP emails from a bunch of from archive emails that I have both in the live exchange mailbox as well as a PST file. He reported asking Reddit under the username Stone Terror. Basically, they don't want the VIP emails to be exposed to anyone and want to be able to either strip them out or replace the emails. I mean, you can see them all here too. If a chief email stoner refers to as State Department email, that's a clear violation of the Freedom of Information Act. Combetta was apparently using the username Silver as early as 2007 when asked to help a Microsoft Exchange newsgroup. Combetta is one of the two technicians who was granted immunity by the State Department in order to cooperate with FBI investigation into the Clinton server, the Daily Caller has reported. This story is still developing. I mean, basically, very VIP? I mean, those are the Clinton emails right there. I mean, they're gonna cover Hillary's you-know-what. And they know it. My God. Oh my goodness. And this is actually a violation of the act, too. If you're asking to basically strip away something, it means basically, it's a language meaning basically to hide something, too. They're trying to hide the emails and or destroy them. But enough about that. Here's an article written by the Information Libertarian. It was written by Chris Manahan. The title is called Somali input behind stabbing terrorist attack in St. Cloud Mall. Officials demand tolerance. Our diversity is our strength, as our subtitle. Once again, Somali import has committed an act of terror on the U.S. soil. From the Star Tribune. The attack of the St. Cloud's main shopping center that left 9 people with stab wounds is being treated as an act of terror, of course. Federal authorities said Sunday. In a media after midnight Sunday, Police Chief William Blair Anderson said an off-duty officer from another jurisdiction confronted and fatally shot the suspect Saturday night outside the Crossroads Center, he said. The man, dressed in a private security uniform, reportedly asked at least one victim whether they were Muslim before assaulting them and referring to Allah during his attacks. Basically, it's a terrorist attack, folks. Okay. I'm sure Sharia has nothing to do with it, even though he asked people if they were Muslim before stabbing them. Wait, what? ISIS claimed responsibility for attack. The Somali community in Mutanda is the number one terror recruitment hobbies in the country, and 99.8% of Somalians are Muslims. Yeah, of course. Why bother? Why bother? It is a terrorist attack, buddy. And they're trying to attack. And you can see here. See? I mean, this graph here, and there's something here that says, diversity is our strength. 15 years of welfare and handouts to him and his family, and this is how he repays us. I mean, look at this. Look at the graphs again. I mean, look at this. The Star Tribune and the governor, of both whom are in full support of the mass Somali importation program, immediately went into not all Muslims mode. Oh, brother, God, man. I'm not gonna read anymore, but literally, the guy just stabbed a whole bunch of people, and they were Muslim, and he stabbed them. This is a terrorist attack. This is really a terrorist attack. I'm sorry. That's what this is. And technically we need to vet these people from letting them in. Islam is not compatible with anything. Okay, folks, this is the last article here. And it is an article written by Steve Watson, I think. Yeah, Steve Watson. Title is called CNN puts words in Trump's mouth, runs headlines saying he wants racial profiling. GOP nominee never said vetting should be based on race. Well, what you know. CNN had once again under fire for manipulating the news to fit its own agenda, as the network ran headlines saying that the GOP nominee Donald Trump called for racial profiling to combat terrorism. Donald Trump made several appearances Monday during which he called for including vetting of those coming to the United States in order to weed out those who seek to commit acts of terrorism. At no point, however, did Trump use the word race or racial. No matter to CNN, they instead inserted into its transit and his comments anyway, and ran ticker lines all day says racial profiling will stop terror. You know, in Israel, the profile, Trump said Monday on Fox News. They have done an unbelievable job, as good as you can do, but Israel has done an unbelievable job. And they'll see somebody suspicious, they will profile, they will take that person in, they will check it out. Early, Trump told Fox and Friends, if someone looks like he's got a massive bomb on his back, we won't go up to that person, because if he looks like he comes from the part of the world we're not allowed to profile, give me a break. He also goes on to say that CNN disgusting and disgraceful, and I watched it all, Trump said. CNN is so disgusting and dishonest, Trump continued, adding, it's so unfair they call it the Clinton News Network, which is rightfully so, folks. Alright, folks, so here's Paul Joseph Watson on this part of the subject.
CNN has once again come under fire for manipulating the news to fit its own agenda, as the network ran headlines saying that GOP nominee Donald Trump called for racial profiling to combat terrorism. There's just one problem with that. He never used the words race. He never used the word racial. He was talking about how Israel profiles to catch terrorists based on their behavior if they're acting suspiciously, not on their race. But CNN flashed up the words racial profiling over and over again. CNN, they did it with the bombing in New York. Hillary Clinton came out and said, this bombing They then savaged Donald Trump for calling it a bombing, despite the fact that Hillary had done the same and edited out the clip of her doing so. Now CNN is openly faking quotes and attributing them to Donald Trump to make him look bad. Again, dispensed with any semblance of neutrality and impartiality. Now they're just brazenly inventing things that he didn't say to make him look bad. Let that sink in.
Okay, thank you. Well, you see, folks, he never even said he wanted racial profiling, or anything of the sort, or anything related with race or racial. He just said that Israel was doing a better job about profiling. And basically that's how it is. I mean, we can't profile anybody because basically we're letting these people that have failed to take over Syria into our country. And that's all I have to say. So that's it, folks. We've reached the end of the line of this, episode, but I need to talk to you about something. In approximately about, well, according to what time it is here, 4 hours, we're about to have our internet taken over. Thanks to Obama basically selling, or should I say giving, our internet to the UN. Now, pretty much, we're all upset and nobody is even covering this. I know some people won't even cover, some I cover, but technically speaking, this is a very serious issue, and pretty much I want to clear up something. They are not going to take it over in one fell swoop. They're just putting a fix in to basically take over the, whatchamacallit. They just take over the internet incrementally. It's in steps, processes, if you will. And technically, our own president think it's funny to hand over our internet. And basically, well, here's what I'm trying to say here. We're in the last few hours of a free and uncensored internet. And our so-called Muslim in chief just handed it over to the UN, taking us down another few notches. And nobody doesn't even know about it. So to me, that is totally wrong. Because basically, we've been kicking their butts. Yeah, we, as the entire Infowars.com team, even though I'm not a part of the team, but you get the idea. So basically, they've been kicking their butts, and now they have to go in and change everything, take over everything already. It's like what Matt George said on the interview with Alex Jones. He just made a surprise visit there. He said, it's over for you, Matt. I had a Supreme Court try to tell me, he said, it's over for you, Matt. It's over for you, Matt. They had the roles they had to insert copyright. You're out of there. And that's what they are basically doing. So to everybody here and the UN, here's what I have to say to you for taking over our vastly something that we kind of built.
Go fuck yourself!
Yeah, pretty much. So just go and F yourself. The New Order, you're not gonna win. You never had a chance to win, and your New Order is dead on arrival. This is the Infowars Newsmith. I'm Info Gundam. For the very last time, I hope. If you like to read about these articles, please go to the links below. Go to Infowars.com or Blitzmatter.com. You can find hundreds and hundreds of articles just like this one I have read for you today. And let's pray that I'm still able to do this whole thing, alright? See ya. Bye-bye. And please keep fighting the good fight.